Millions of Americans have recently found themselves unemployed. And studies show that the longer you stay unemployed, the harder it is to find your next opportunity and the more that your income potential goes down. In this video, we're gonna go through some things that you can be doing right now to make your next opportunity happen faster and to ensure that you make more money and have more upside the next time you sink your teeth into something. I'm Daniel Moran. This is Capitalism TV. Let's dive in. The first thing that's important to note during this time is that there are always opportunities. When you're unemployed or you're in between businesses, it can be really easy to fall into the trap of thinking that the reason that we're not seeing opportunities is because the economy is bad. But in all economies and in all scenarios, there are businesses looking for good talent and there are opportunities to start something new. Ask any employer, ask any business owner how often they're looking to hire talent, and they will say every single day. It's one of the primary jobs of a business owner to be looking for good talent. So how do you stand out and how do you set yourself up to be seen as someone to take a shot on? Whether you are changing careers or you're just coming out of college, there are things that you can do in order to get a fair shot. And not only a fair shot, but to stand out from all of the other candidates and all of the people who are vying for the limited number of opportunities that you might see right now. And to put everything that we talk about today into context, it's important to note that momentum breeds more momentum. So the worst thing that we can do is sit and wait for the opportunities or even be applying for jobs. I remember back in the recession of 2009 and 10, there were people who said, I'm submitting job applications 100 times a day. Well, that doesn't make you stand out. It just puts you into the pool with everybody else. So let's go through a couple things that you can do right now to stand out from everybody else and to ensure that you have upside and that your next opportunity is better than your previous opportunity. The first thing is to choose a personal focus. And by personal focus, I mean something that is not involved in work at all. This could be your fitness level, it could be losing weight, it could be a hobby, something that gives you the opportunity to grow or to focus on something that has nothing to do with economics. There's two reasons for this. Number one, growth initiates more growth. So if you're focused on something that is moving, like you're getting into shape, or you are losing weight, or you are making new relationships, all of those things open up more modes of momentum and more opportunities for you, even if they have nothing to do with work. It also just gets you primed and thinking about what the next logical step is to move forward in something. Most people sit on the sidelines when they are in between opportunities. And so as a result, they get into kind of this negative momentum vortex, which is like, I'm gaining weight and I'm losing my friendships and everything sucks. We want to reverse that trend. For example, when COVID-19 caused the first round of quarantine, my personal focus was, okay, great, I'm gonna get into ridiculous shape. I'm gonna clean up my diet, and it gave me something to focus on when I couldn't focus on all the other things that I thought I was gonna focus on. So for you, when you are in between jobs, is there a personal goal that you can tackle that you can actually control? Do you have something that you can do on a daily basis, whether it is reading books that you've been putting off, or it is starting that side project or losing weight, the thing in your personal life that gives you the physical and mental momentum and also sets you up for next opportunities that you might not be able to see right now. Plus, this helps when you go into that second interview with the firm that you're really excited about, and you can talk about all the books that you have read or the projects that you have tackled in the meantime, showing that you are a growth-minded person. If you can bring that to the interview rather than say, well, I've been applying for 100 different jobs every single day and no one's called me, employers do not want to hear that. They want to hear that you're in hot demand. They want to hear that you've got other things going on. Because if you can show that, it makes you appear like you have something more to offer because you've been building momentum for the last several months rather than sitting on the sidelines. So even if it's a personal project and you can't see how it would be related to your personal economics or your higher ability, do it anyway. It will make you more interesting, it will make life more interesting, and it will give you positive momentum in the direction of where you go next. The next thing that you can do when you're in between opportunities is to build your personal network and just listen to them. We have a membership at capitalism.com called the 1%. One of the things that we tell people to do is to make a list of 10 people that you know that you admire or you respect. People who are well-connected, people who live the type of life that you would like to live. And when you make a list of those 10 people, write a handwritten card. Just pull out a thank you card, do a handwritten card, and write down how that person has impacted or inspired you along the journey that you're on. Write it out, handwrite it, mail it, send it to them. And when those people who reach out to say, hey, thank you for the nice note, that was really kind of you, book a time with them and then just ask them questions about their life. Ask them where they are, ask them what they're trying to accomplish, ask them what they're struggling with, and just ask about them. I joke about this with people who do this. I say, how far did you make it down the list? Because most people will not make it to all 10 people before they have a new set of opportunities. The people that you will meet as a result of that process can open up job opportunities, business opportunities, new networking opportunities, opportunities to develop new skill sets that you can't even see that are possible right now. So run that process, build your network, and be in give mode. By give mode, find out what people are struggling with and find a way to help them overcome that. And ask for nothing in return. If you can do that, my goodness, life changes for you real quick. And the third thing that you can do when you are in between jobs or opportunities is to start putting out content about the industry that you want to develop in. This is especially true for executives or high-level people who find themselves in between things right now. Because when you're at a certain level, it becomes hard to replace that old job, especially when you are a vice president of a company or you had a six-figure salary. So regardless of where you are in the hiring process, if you are starting to put out commentary in the form of podcasts, videos, or written posts that are about the industry that you are in, you will start to open up opportunities within that industry. This is also true if you are entering into a new industry that you want to get your foot in the door. So what's really helpful, or a really good strategy for this, is to start a podcast around the industry where you want to find a job, and then start interviewing people who are already in that industry. So if you want to get into the finance world and you start interviewing people in the finance world, the number 3s and 4s at companies, and just being curious about their jobs, being curious about the industry, how do you think this industry is going to respond to the current crisis? How are people navigating right now? What have you said to your clients and customers as they're going through this time? You, first of all, will establish yourself as an authority within that industry, and you will meet people who know everybody in that industry. It would be nearly impossible to not stand out at your next job interview if you can say, yeah, I have a podcast about the finance world and I've interviewed this person and this person and this person. Oh, well, this person said this about the industry. This is how this company is navigating the crisis right now. You'll be the most informed applicant that they've ever interviewed. And that keeps you ahead of everybody else who's going for the same jobs. You can also stand out by adding your own commentary on the things that are going on in your industry. So when other companies make some decision or there's news about a different organization, give your take on how this is going to impact the industry through a video, through a blog post, or through a solo podcast. When you do that, you set yourself up as the authority on that topic, and people will start soliciting you for advice rather than you going out and asking other people for advice. The opportunities that can come from you simply adding your own commentary to the industry are immeasurable. These things will absolutely make you stand out, and it will actually make you more attractive, more hireable, and command a higher wage when someone offers you the next job. Now, what if you don't want to go back to work? What if you want to take on clients, or you want to have a side hustle, or you want to start your own business rather than going back to the way things used to be? Well, everything that we've covered in this video still applies to exactly that. You focusing on something personally gives you the momentum in order to carry that forward progress. Building your network will expose you to different clients and different opportunities, even different investors that might want to back your next thing. So all of these things are still relevant while you're in between things if you're trying to start a business. Now, the business model that I recommend for people to start with, I call it the just one site method. We have some training here on the channel. You can find it both in the annotations on this video and also in the description. But if you build up an authority site, that means going through that third opportunity of providing content on a specific topic, and you start to generate organic traffic to that through Google search engine optimization and appearances on other sites, you put yourself up as the authority, which allows you to build an audience, sell things, and collect advertising from that authority site. So that training is free on the channel, and it will help you establish yourself as an authority in an industry with just one website. And you can start seeing results in about 60 to 90 days if you're doing it consistently. If you are well established in a specific industry, I think the lowest hanging fruit to start your own thing is to take on clients or coaching students within that industry. It's the fastest way to have something that is profitable, and it takes your old experience and your old connections in that industry and allows you to immediately monetize them. So if you were a vice president at a previous company, or you were even a salesperson at a previous company, and you know people who are in that organization or within that industry, that becomes the network that is now the resources that people can tap into as a result of knowing you. So you open up your knowledge base and you open up your network to other people who are trying to cut it in that industry. So there's somebody that you should follow. Her name is Brooke Castillo. We'll also link to the interview that we've done with her on the channel. And my interview with Brooke, she coaches coaches. She was a coach for many years, and then she started coaching other coaches on how to grow businesses in the area of their own expertise. And she's probably the best in the world at helping people become professional coaches by just monetizing the knowledge and the network that they have. I think that is the lowest hanging fruit to having a six-figure career in something that is interesting to you and something that you're established in or want to become established in. So regardless of if you want to start your own thing or you want to find another opportunity with an exciting organization, the most important thing for you to do right now is recognize that there are always opportunities. People are always hiring. Regardless of what the news tells you, there are organizations who need great people. And as organizations are getting leaner, there's a premium on quality people. So your job is to be one of those quality people. How do you do that? You be interesting by having your own personal pursuits. You have a network of people that you can call upon, and you have a following or commentary with content on the industry, and you provide your own opinion on what is going on. These three things will make you more attractive to potential employers and also to clients and customers who might support you in the future. I'm Ryan Daniel Moran. My business is capitalism.com. And if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, we would love to have you here on the channel. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And if you want more help, you can go over to capitalism.com/start to learn our favorite business models for starting an entrepreneurial business. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.